Have you ever had a dream unfulfilled, left just out of reach? I did have such a dream, to drive my car from Pune to Ladakh. Due to a big problem, I had to abandon my dream and return halfway, but with a promise to try again. Well, it's been 3 months, and on this lovely Friday morning, I'm going to attempt to go to Ladakh again, this time on my bike. So let's go. This definitely feels more comfortable now that I pulled back my bag a little bit of breathing space now, and I'm wearing my gloves now. I forgot to wear them, and then I thought that when I'll take my first break, that's when I'll wear them. So guys, welcome to day 1 of my Pune to Ladakh ride. Yeah, this time it's on my bike. I'm basically following the same route that I followed back in June with my car. So today I'll be traveling more than 600 kilometers all the way till Indore. So my plan is the same as in June, to reach Pathankot in 3 days, and on the 4th day I will enter Kashmir. On a bike it's definitely going to be more difficult, exhausting. It's not going to be as comfortable as in the car, that's for sure. But I think I'll survive. I've practiced a lot for this. So I got a little bit late to leave today morning. I was supposed to leave at after 6:15, but I actually ended up leaving after 7:15. The reason for that is my Ladakh bike setup, the luggage that I'm carrying. And on my next break I will show you how I have set up the luggage on my bike. So basically my plan was to carry my tail bag and also my top box. I bought a Shad 29 top box, and it's been very useful for short rides, and I thought I'd use it for any kind of quick access things that I might need, like my tripod, my rainwear, etc. But after I loaded it onto the bike, I found that I was barely getting any moving breathing space when I sat. It felt as if my tail bag was pushing on my back all the time. Considering this will be a more than 6,000 kilometer ride, I need to be as comfortable as I can when I'm riding the bike, so I ditched the top box. So this time my vlogging setup is also so that you can see from just behind the tank, so you can see the speedometer, you can see me holding the handle, and then you get the view of the road in front. I think this is a more traditional setup for most vloggers, but I don't like wearing the GoPro on my helmet. It weighs down the helmet, and after a certain duration it becomes really stressful. So I've put the GoPro on the tank with the GoPro suction cup mount. I think this gives as close a setup as possible to as if I'm wearing a helmet. Well, the disadvantages of leaving a bit late, definitely I had a lot more traffic today when I left, and that gets really stressful and boring. It took me almost like 1 hour to get out of all the traffic and finally reach the highway. So I am at Alefata right now. I am near to Nashik. I've completed riding about 90 kilometers. Yeah, progress is slow, but as long as we are moving, I think it should be fine. So it is 9:36. I took my first break at just after 9 at a petrol pump. I tanked up, so I have a very good range now. And I also had a little bit of breakfast. So the next break will be in next couple of hours. So 9:30, around 11:30. Oh yeah, and this time while vlogging, rather than a regular mic setup, I have put a dead cat on the mic. That should further reduce the wind noise. So let me know what you think about the audio quality. I've travelled on this road in my car back in June, but travelling on the bike, the scenic beauty around is simply awesome. You just don't get this kind of a view when you're travelling in a car. Like I said in one of my previous vlogs in Kohli Hills, when you're in a car, you're travelling through the world. You look at the world as if from inside a room or a box. When you're on a bike, you're part of the world. Everything is instant. All the sights, the smells, the sounds. If you're a solo traveler, I think traveling on a bike is the best way to travel. Looks like it rained here. Well, it's sunny right now. So maybe I escaped. Anyway, I have my rain gear with me and I've tried to keep it as handy as possible. One easy way to spot other fellow bikers is by the very bright and colorful bag covers that they use. So there's one right in front. Such nice bright orange colored covers. But I think it's a Royal Enfield Bullet. It can't go as fast as I can go. Bullets, I learned a lot about these vehicles over the last 3 to 6 months. The difference between KTMs and these Royal Enfields. So KTMs are short stroke engined vehicles. So they can get really fast really quickly. Royal Enfields are long stroke vehicles. So they take their own sweet time getting to a good enough speed, and then they are stable at that speed. But being a long stroke vehicle, their top speed isn't that high unless the engine capacity is also correspondingly high. In short stroke bikes like this one, my KTM Duke 200, it's just a 200cc vehicle, but it can get really fast, all the way up to 135 kilometers per hour. It doesn't like to go all the way there. The vibrations set in after 110 kph. But after my Kohli Hills ride back in March, I learned to really push the engine. And what earlier used to be comfortable at 80 to 90, I can pull off at 90 to 100 now. And the bike doesn't feel too jittery or uncomfortable. Hi guys, so I've just taken my second break for the day. I found this beautiful location here. The last time I was in a car and I couldn't stop, but with the bike, as you can see, there's no problem at all. See, lots of space for vehicles to go through. So anyway, I did want to show you my baggage setup, right, for Ladakh. So here you can see I have my tail bag here. I have also secured it with bungees just so that it doesn't get loose. On top of this, I have this dry bag which is secured by this bungee net. It's pretty good quality, so, and it is waterproof, the bag, so I think it'll be fine over here. And because I was recommended to carry a spare jerry can, this is how I have secured it to the bag itself. This bag has these small loops, so I can secure such stuff over here. So I wanted to actually take my top box, but I don't see that I have enough space here. When I put the top box on top and I put the tail bag, I had barely enough space for myself. And on top of that, when I ride, the bag keeps slipping a little bit to the front. So that's also something I have to deal with. So anyways, that's all I wanted to show you, what I've done with the bike. I hope you find this useful for your rides whenever you plan. Hey guys, so it's 6:40 in the evening. I have finally reached my hotel in Indore. It's just on the outskirts of Indore, more towards Ujjain, so that I can get, when I get up early in the morning tomorrow, I can push off from here and I'm already on the highway. It'll save me about half an hour to 45 minutes. In fact, even on the journey today, the Google Maps was showing that I would reach by around 7:45 and I've reached at 6:40, so I've beat the time. I got excellent average speed. Once I hit the NH 52, there was no looking back because the road is really smooth. Just need to look out for the rumbler strips, very annoying, especially for the Duke because it has a low ground clearance. Anyways, I'll be checking in now and I will see you in a bit. Hi guys. Nothing beats a nice hot shower after a hard day's driving. Today I rode more than 600 kilometers, 620, 625 something, you would have seen. So this concludes day one of my second attempt of Pune to Ladakh. This time on my bike, and I'm very hopeful I'll be able to make it. The roads were good so far, but the rumbler strips were really annoying. The Duke has low ground clearance and I need to be really careful. I did learn some new things about how to load the luggage on the bike. I ditched my top box as I spoke in the morning, and instead I have just the tail bag, and I have a 24-liter dry bag on top of the tail bag to carry a little bit of extra which was not fitting in the bag. That was something that I thought of ad hoc, and I think it's a really good idea. Since it is a dry bag, it is waterproof. So today I did have a spell of riding in the rain. I thought it would be heavy, but it was just the passing clouds. I did wear my rain wear, but after some time I thought that, let's see how far this goes. I just wore the rainwear to cover my jacket. I did not cover my pant, and I thought that I was going to ride more than 600 kilometers. Even if I do get wet, it will get dried, and that's exactly what happened. So bit of experience there. So that's about it, guys. I am tired and I will be calling it a day now. So see you tomorrow for day 2, and thanks for watching. Hi guys, welcome to day 2 of my Pune to Ladakh ride. Today I will be leaving Indore and I will be traveling more than 550 kilometers all the way to Jaipur. Google Maps shows it as roughly around 9 hours and 30 minutes. let me try to beat it today. Let's go. Hi guys, so welcome to the ride. I didn't want to start recording right from the point where I started off in the morning. I started at around 6:30 in the morning. It's 8:33 right now, and I've already completed almost 120 kilometers. And this is what I wanted to show you. There's an awesome windmill farm over here. I remember it from the last time, and it looks simply amazing. I thought it'd be great to capture this. I still have about 7 hours more to go, about 435 kilometers. After about 50 kilometers out from Indore, crossing Ujjain, I reached this NH 552G expressway. National highway, sorry, yeah, NH 552G highway. And this is an awesome stretch of road, but it passes through a lot of villages, and villages means villagers and cows, lots of cows en route, so I have to be careful when I'm riding. Amazing, endless fields on both sides of the roads, and these windmills. So the last time I was in car, I did not capture these so well with a GoPro. I was just capturing what I could with my iPhone. But with a bike, I just stopped to the side of the road. I put up my GoPro. I connected my mic and ready to go. It's 8:30. I have barely eaten anything this morning. I'm a bit hungry. But I'm looking for a suitable place where I can go and eat. I don't think there is anything good on this highway. I'll have to wait till I find something. So today in the morning I installed my tail bag even further back on the rack, and that's given me a really good amount of space. It definitely doesn't feel like the bag is pushing me from behind all the time. I'm very happy that I decided not to take the top box and just the tail bag. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to Vroom Store. They really need to work on a proper product, like a dry bag like the one from Rynox, which can be installed on top of the tuk-tuk. What I have here is kind of a makeshift thing, right? I basically put the dry bag which I got with the tuk-tuk on top of the bag, and I've secured it with a bungee net. It's just for that little bit extra which was not fitting in the bag. I'm doing excellent average speed, by the way. Right from the start today, roads are awesome. So I'm able to maintain a very good average speed. It's easily over 60 kilometers per hour. I'm doing more than a kilometer per minute. So as per Google Maps, I should be able to reach my next hotel at Jaipur at around 3:38. When I started, it was showing 4 PM. So I've already reduced that time by around 20 minutes. Well, the earlier I get, the more time I will get to kind of do a quick maintenance on the bike. It will be more than 1100 kilometers completed when I reach Jaipur today, and I do want to loop my chain. I'll have dried out by the time I reach. Hey guys, so it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's really hot. I thought I should take a break, and I found this nice shady tree to take the break under. I've still got another 2 hours to go. Roughly 112 kilometers more. So you can see I'm doing excellent time. Only thing is it's really hot. Can't wait to reach the hotel. Hi guys, welcome to Jaipur. I just checked into my hotel some time ago and the ride was really hot. It started in the morning at 6:30 and I reached at around 4, so it was pretty fast, but it was not very comfortable. After 11:30 it really started getting very hot, and especially after 1 o'clock when the sun is overhead, it started getting unbearable and I wanted to take a break very often. But I stuck to my routine. I took a break every 2 hours or so. That's the last clip that you saw of me taking a break under a very shady tree. And besides that, I had a small scare today when my GoPro suction cup mount failed. It just fell off basically while I was riding my bike. Luckily, I was able to stop in time and I was able to just go back a few feet and it was right there. And I have checked it right now. It's working fine. That's the best part, I think. And I was able to review the footage of the windmills that I showed earlier. So I think overall it was good. Now I have to prepare for the day 3. Tomorrow I will be traveling from here to Pathankot. So that's about 800 kilometers. Back in June I had planned to go all the way to Jammu, which was 800 kilometers. It was a long drive. This time I'm skipping Jammu. I am going to go to Pathankot, which will take me over the Narnaul to Ambala expressway, 237 kilometers of 6-lane straight road. It's gonna be very boring actually, and not to mention it's gonna be very hot. So that's something to think about. But overall, I think it'll be a smooth ride tomorrow, and I will check in at Pathankot itself. I'll save an hour there, and then we'll see from there. So I hope you're enjoying these videos so far. Give it a thumbs up if you're liking, and do remember to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Hi guys, so welcome to day 3 of my Pune to Ladakh ride. I started at 6:30 in the morning. It's 9:10 right now. I didn't start this video right after I set off from the hotel. I wanted to try something different today. So yeah, I hope you're liking what I'm doing right now. I just wanted to show you what it's like to ride on the Narnaul to Ambala 6-lane expressway. It's a 237 kilometer straight highway all the way across Haryana. And I'm feeling a bit weird here because I'm on a bike, but I think it should be fine. I'm seeing other bikes around as well. So let's go. Hi guys, so after covering 717 kilometers since morning 6:30, I've just reached the resort. It's beautiful here. It's 5:45, so the sun is still there. I can show you. And I still have to unload my bike. But overall it was a good trip. It was tiring, but I finally made it. But at least now the highways are behind me. Now the mountains will start from tomorrow.